wait, Mom.
Why am I waiting?
The nurse says that Mac's condition is a lot better this morning.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she says that food poisoning can be really serious, but luckily his case isn't.
You said he passed out.
Yeah, for a while.
That sounds pretty serious to me.
Yeah, well, the important thing is that he's past the danger point now, right? We can be grateful for that.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Of course, it's going to be quite a while before I get a chance to see him.
Well, what's the matter? Isn't he awake?
Yeah, he's awake, but Janice is in with him.
Ah. How long is she going to be in there?
Well, there's no telling, and I can't very well ask a nurse to kick his wife out of there.
Well, you're going to wait, aren't you?
Of course I am.
I'll wait with you.
You don't have to, Mom.
Well, I didn't just come here to see Mac.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed you did.
Well, you assumed wrong.
You came over to see Joey, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I already checked in there. Joey's asleep. I don't want to wake him up.
So who'd you come to see?
You?
I'm not sick.
I know that. Why don't we sit down?
Oh, well, because I feel like walking around.
I just thought you just said you weren't nervous about Mac.
I'm not nervous about
Mac.
Mac.
Then sit down.
Paging Dr. Wild. Paging Dr. Wild.
I hope you don't mind if I ask you a couple of questions.
Depends on what the questions are.
Well, they're about Mitch Blake.
Yeah, I mind.
Well, I think you better answer them anyway.
Did you come all the way over here to the hospital to ask me questions about Mitch?
What if I did?
Well, you're wasting your time.
Well, you'd be wasting more than that if you're not careful about that guy.
Why are you so concerned about him?
Because you are.
Mom, I'm not a married woman anymore. I can see whoever I want to.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Seeing him?
No, I'm not. I'm not seeing him.
Well, then stop being so defensive.
I'm not defensive. What do you want to know about him?
Well, let's start with how he got trapped at your house the night of the storm.
Well, he tried to get out, but he couldn't. His car was stuck.
I'm not interested in his transportation problems. I want to know what he was doing there in the first place.
I told you, Mom, he's got, I'm doing this piece of sculpture for his disco.
That's a lot of baloney.
I am. I've got preliminary sketches I could show you anytime you want to see them.
Well, I don't doubt that you're doing a sculpture.
Well, what do you doubt, then?
Your reasons for doing the sculpture.
I'm doing it because I'm an artist. It's an interesting project.
Is it as interesting a project as Mitch Blake?
You know, you're really hung up on Mitch.
I wish I could forget about him, but I can't.
Well, why don't you try harder?
And why don't you tell me what happened between you two out at your house? Rachel?
What?
Tell me what happened right now.
Nothing happened.
Well, that smile doesn't look like nothing happened. Now, are you going to tell me what happened between you two or not?
He was a perfect gentleman, almost.
Ah. Almost. There's no such thing as a perfect gentleman, almost. A person is either a gentleman or he is not. And Mitch Blake is not a gentleman.
Well, maybe he's not.
What did you two do out there together?
We just talked.
Oh. Then what was the smile all about?
It doesn't have anything to do with Mitch.
Then what does it have to do with?
Janice's reaction.
When did you see Janice?
The very next morning, Mac and Janice arrived at the house as soon as the roads were clear.
Well, what was so funny about that?
Her attitude. She was trying so hard to be casual about Mitch and me.
Well, maybe she is.
No, it was all an act. She was just dying.
You really think so, huh?
Oh, you should have seen her face when Mac said that he was so grateful that there had been more manpower at the house to help out during the storm.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, and the best part was when I came downstairs.
When you came downstairs from what?
I was upstairs with Mac. We were visiting with Amanda, and I came downstairs, and they were both talking really softly and very close together. And then as soon as they saw me, they jumped apart. I mean, people just don't act that way unless they're...
Maybe they're not very interested in each other.
If she's not interested in Mitch, then I need glasses.
If she's not interested in Mitch, she's very smart.
Why do you keep berating poor old Mitch?
Because he's trouble, that's why.
You don't even know him.
Oh, and I suppose you do.
I know him well enough to know I like him. Well, look, he likes my sculpture. He can't be all that bad.
Oh, Rachel, come on, don't give me that stuff. I know what you're up to.
Oh?
Oh, yeah, and don't try to make like you don't know what I mean.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to spell it out.
All right, I'll spell it out. You are stringing Mitch along to get back at Janice for something.
Is that what I'm doing?
Well, you know darn well, and at the same time, you're trying to get her to climb the wall with jealousy.
Dr. Schultz, please call this.
There's no trying that I need to do. She is climbing the wall with jealousy.
Okay, so you admit that that's what you're doing.
No, I'm not admitting anything.
Will you do me a favor?
Depends.
Will you just remember the kind of people you're up against?
I can handle them.
Just promise me one thing, okay?
What?
Well, if you ever feel like you're getting into trouble on account of this Mitch Blake thing, come to me, all right? Talk to me.
Okay.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I won't say it. Russ?
Rachel. Well, hi, and
Right,
Ada.
hi.
How are you? Hey, Kevin, come here. I want you to meet these people. How are you, Ada?
Well, I'm fine.
Well, good. Oh, Ada McGowan, Rachel Corey, Dr. Kevin Cook.
We've met before.
Nice to see you again, Ada. How are you?
Oh, well, everyone's already met.
I met Mrs. Corey yesterday when she brought in the possible coronary. We
Oh.
spoke for a few moments.
Of course, yes.
She was with,
Yeah, Mrs. Green.
yeah, that's right. Well, you'll have to excuse me. I have a staff meeting. I'll see you later, Russ. Nice to see you, ladies.
Yeah, sure.
Bye.
Sure. Well, look, I'm sorry, but I'm busy, too. I have to leave. But, gee, I'm certainly glad I ran into you.
Well, nice to see you, Russ.
Yeah, I'll see you again.
Okay,
So long,
bye,
Ada.
Russ.
You know, that was quite some heart specialist we were just talking to.
Well, Dr. Cook?
Yeah.
Seemed kind of bashful to me.
Well, I don't think he's bashful in the operating room.
Oh, boy,
Thank
I hope
goodness.
not. What's the matter?
There's Janice. Excuse me. Janice?
Rachel.
Is Mac awake?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm going to go in and see him.
Well, that's up to you.
How is he?
He was fine when I left him.
He'll be fine when I leave him, Janice. I'm going to go in and see Mac now. I'll see you
Okay, honey.
Hello, Janice. Hi.
Oh, Rose?
Oh, Ada. Hello.
How's Joey?
Well, he was asleep when I called this morning.
Oh, they told me the same thing.
Well, he needs his rest if he's going to get better.
Yeah, well, the worst of it's over now,
Yeah.
huh?
I'm going to call the doctor and ask him if he can come home for Christmas.
Oh, that's terrific.
Oh, Ada, look.
Oh. It always gets me.
Mac,
Oh, come in, Rachel.
how are you feeling?
No, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday.
Oh, good. Amanda made this for you.
Oh, Lucy.
Well, open it up.
Did she tell you what it is?
Well, it's a get well card.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, now I see. Yes, of course.
Well, you know, it's kind of abstract.
Very avant-garde.
Well, of course.
I'll put it on permanent display here.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
Well, when do you get out of here?
Tomorrow morning.
Good.
Unfortunately, it doesn't leave me much time for Christmas shopping.
Well, would you like me to pick up some presents for you to give to Amanda?
That would be very nice of you. Would you mind?
No, not at all. What do you want to get her?
Everything on our list.
Mac.
Oh, well, all right. Just everything within reason on our list.
Okay. I'll do that when I leave the complex today.
How's the work coming on the model of the sculpture?
It's finished.
Great. I can't wait to see it.
Well, I'll set up a time for you to see it when you're back at the complex.
Won't you be there?
No, I'm moving out.
Oh, that's right. You said you would leave when you finished the model.
Yes, well, I've got to get on to my next commission, you know, the one for the disco. I'll be doing that at home.
I don't suppose you could do that at the disco, could you?
Well, no, I don't think the atmosphere is really conducive to work.
Still, you've always said that you like to get a feeling for the space that your sculpture's going to occupy.
Yes, well, I've been over there. I've gotten a feeling for the place. But this is not the same thing. You know, it's a more theatrical piece than the permanent piece for the complex.
Well, isn't it going to be permanent in the disco?
Oh, I don't think anything's permanent in a disco, do you?
Comment like that could get you in trouble with certain people, you know.
Yes, I guess it could.
Would you mind if I ask you something?
No, go ahead.
What do you really think of this fellow, Mitch Blake?
I like him. Quite a bit, actually. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
You think it's strange that I'd like him?
Perhaps a bit.
Do you object?
Certainly not. You like whoever you like to like.
Well, what do you think about him?
I don't really know him that well.
Well, Mac, you've met him. You must have an opinion about him. What were you going to say?
Nothing. It's not important.